and welcome back. It has been a couple weeks since I've been on here, and I do really apologize for that. My goal was to be really consistent with these, but you know, life happens and I moved, and not just a little bit of a move, like I did a big uproot my life and plant it down somewhere else. So I've been dealing with that over the last 2 weeks, but we are gonna take it back to week 7 in this video. So week 7 was a tough week for me. It was just as tough as week 6 was, which I was really surprised at. When I first went through the challenge, I believe it was similar, but it was better. At least I thought it was better. Definitely was still a challenge. Week 7 though, why it was such a big challenge for me is because, well, I had a little experiment. And there was one day that I did more of a living WildFit instead of a, challenge WildFit. And so this one day I did an experiment, and it was my going away party. And my boss had made me a sugar-free, gluten-free, dairy-free chocolate cake. I'd given her the recipe, of course, because I know what ones taste the best. And so she made it for me as my goodbye cake, because in the agency I worked for, every time someone left, you got like a goodbye cake and a little going away party. So they wanted to make sure that I had something that I could eat, and that is what I had. So my experiment included a little bit of some chocolate cake, and I gotta tell you, I felt pretty gross afterwards, which is weird because it was made with all really good ingredients, but I still didn't feel so good. Like my stomach was like, what did you do? And my big issue is with sweets and treats, the little sugar addict in me. I can't just have one piece. So I had like 2 slices of cake. But it was all good, and it was just one day. So week 7 for me, that was my biggest challenge. That was my biggest hurdle, other than, packing my whole life up. So there was a couple other things that happened that experiment day. I also tried a little bit of fruit again, and my gosh, was that sweet. Wow, never realized how really sweet it was, and that was it. I tried it again, took another break from it. You don't always need it. But yeah, I just really had to throw that in there because some people don't really think fruit is sweet, and if you don't think fruit is sweet, that's because you're probably having candy or refined sugar all the time, and your body is at a different level of sweetness. The one tip I wanted to give this week is, oftentimes if you're going through the WildFit challenge, or maybe you just experience this in everyday life, it can happen during this period, like week 6 to like week 8, where you start to get lots of like muscle cramps, like your calves will tense up, and it's just not very pleasant. One thing you can do other than increase your water is also like increase your salt. But the biggest thing is make sure you're taking magnesium. Magnesium supplements, magnesium baths, or just getting like the actual like liquid magnesium and putting it right on those muscles. That will really, really help if that's something you're struggling with this week. And I wanted to make sure that you guys have that knowledge prior to going into the challenge, or maybe you're in it right now and just following along. Magnesium is a great thing to supplement when you begin to have cramps. So that is all I have for you for week 7. I am really excited to share with you guys my week 8 video, and I'll also share a little bit about what's going on and my big move, because it was really exciting and fun, and looking forward to sharing with you guys. And soon I'll actually do a tour and explanation of why I moved, where I moved, and my place, because it is like my dream apartment that I have gotten in my 20s. So I'm excited to share with you. But as for now, stay tuned for the week 8 video, as well as more WildFit and life related videos, and subscribe for more. And thank you for watching today.